Screw the haters. We have simmed all the way to the end of the season. I don't care. I've done what I want to with this series. I am through. I've had enough. I'm tired of Season 5. It's not even over yet. But by some miracle, by simulating, we've almost recovered to a 900 save percentage. The GAA is almost below 3. And the line score is back in the positive in the way of being a starter, if that makes any sense at all. We were renamed the starter by Coach LaBelle. The dude was overjoyed. I had about had enough. I was like, screw it, we're simulating. Look at our record of 52, 25, and 2, which is best in the NHL. Can you thank me? Can you thank the simulation? But anyway, we're down to just 3 games left, I do believe. I believe it's 3 games left. They're all at home. If I remember correct, they're all at home, and we're going to play them all. Because, well, we're going to play all the ones that we're given starts in. I've changed the sliders. We are no longer on version 1.0 of the tuner. We're on latest. So tuner has been moved to latest. And we're just going to play this out. These could be my last games as a Hurricane. Who knows who's going to start in the playoffs. But I'm going to laugh my ass off if we end up being given playoff starts after simulating pretty much most of the season. I mean, I didn't know what to do at this point. I was like, let's just simulate the whole season, try to ask for trades, and just get through. Let's just get through Season 5 for everybody's sanity. That was my mentality. We're going to play this game against Montreal, and I hope to God it goes well. Guess what? We're playing a game again. I know this feels very weird for me, and I simulated this I think it was yesterday. I think I recorded yesterday's episode where we simulated everything. I was fed up through the roof. Oh, that's right. We're on some different oddball camera, aren't we? Well, guess what? We're no longer on some oddball camera angle. We're back on fixed camera. And I need this game. This game basically needs to be a shutout. We really need to perform at a high level once again. I was just about to completely give up on this season. And let's just play serious here for these last couple of games and give ourselves a shot maybe to become the starter for the playoffs once more. You know, Coach LaBelle, now that I have playoff experience and Stanley Cup final playoff experience to that point, I should just be the starter by default. I'll tell you what, the simulation engine has saved my bacon, and I know that that's not what I intended when I started this series. I do not intend to simulate a whole season. But sometimes enough is enough, and it got to that point where enough was enough. I wasn't getting any saves. I wasn't getting any defensive help either. So it just gets to a point where you just say, screw it. Let's just simulate. Let's try to get to a trade. Try to get out of here. Get a head start on that trade, I guess. I really felt like we needed a fresh start. GM Chiodo did not think so. She basically said, nope, you're not being traded. You're too worthy of an asset. Coach LaBelle needs someone to take his post-game Hooters trips with. I know Coach LaBelle initially at the start was totally against those post-game team trips to Hooters. That was more of a Coach Blake thing that I did with Coach Blake. But Coach LaBelle, he has warmed up. And you want to talk about a saving grace of a season. We are almost back to 900 save percentage. How did we do this? It's the 94 overall rating. The sim engine just loves my 94 overall rating to this point. I didn't actually expect the sim to go as well as it did for us to the end of the season. I didn't think it was going to go that well. And it was simulated not to get better stats. It's just a nice byproduct of simulating. But I just simulated it out of pure frustration with the game. I think a lot of people can probably understand me on some level, being that this is just one of those EA Sports titles. What I'm mostly pissed off about is we had it playing really, really well. It was playing like a really good game. And then it's still not playing like a good game. I was even square to that. I know I was totally prepared for that shot. I knew they were going to do this. Drive the corner, pull up, pass it to the guy trailing the play. I'm even facing this shot, and it just goes 5-hole. I'm telling you, this is just the game, the year and the game where I just can't make a freaking save to save my life. I'll tell you what, I mean, if my goaltender's life depended on making a save in this game mode, he'd be 6 feet underground. I'm not even going to get frustrated. I'm just not even going to, I'm going to try really hard. I'm not even going to allow the game to get into my brain like that. Please just make a save if there's one to be had. Where has it all gone wrong for this game mode? Like, where has it all gone wrong? It's the same sliders. We started the season with the exact same sliders, and just somewhere along the way, the game just stopped playing consistently. That's a nice save. And we haven't changed difficulty. That's the other thing. We haven't changed difficulty. I'm thinking of really notching like the AI difficulty way down, because this game just feels so cheesed. Someone at EA saw my YouTube series for Season 4 and thought, no way, this guy's playing way too good. We gotta nerf it with an update that he doesn't know about it. It's a secret update that I didn't even know about it. They somehow found out about my game and my console, and they said, nope, we gotta nerf this. You can't have a good season like that ever again. We just can't score a goal. That was a problem before we started simulating. We can't score anything to get any offensive support. Where's the penalty on that? What is the penalty call? Well, here's where the slash is. I don't see anything. I really don't see anything there. You really want to see me get enraged? A power play goal for the Canadians would just about do it. You know, we passed the trade deadline. I didn't pay attention to the roster. I don't know if our roster has changed since the deadline, because I just zoomed right past the deadline, hoping I could get one last trade request in, but I never got a chance to get an extra trade request in before the deadline hit. And of course, we're stuck here till season's end, which actually might be a decent thing, because if we make the playoffs and I'm the starter, we've got a good record. And the key is just, can I play well in the game mode? Well, this period has really had the zoomies. It went by real quick. I can't believe we're almost out of the period already. Come get that puck, Gaudreau. Oh my God, Gaudreau. I was moving all over the place. That was not good. There was so much room. I don't know how Gallagher didn't shoot it and score. Matheson is a new addition. I know we didn't have a Matheson. Who's wearing 11? Who is wearing 11 for our team? That's a serious question. Please. Oh my God, I shouldn't have played that. You know, I am my own worst enemy sometimes. Nieto's here. There's some changes. There's some big changes that happened at the deadline. I was not part of them. All right, who's on this team now? Nieto, Vakanainen, the guy that I can't pronounce his name. Yoki Haru is here. He's probably the guy that wears number 11. Matheson is here. Man, we made some changes. Yeah, we've made quite a few changes. And on the back end, I'm guessing, is Tony DeAngelo still here? Have we changed our top pairing? I know that Yoki Haru and Matheson are here, as well as Vakanainen. So that's three. Is that three defensemen? I'm pretty sure that's three defensemen. We may have moved Josh Morrissey at the deadline or something. Completely different team. And I liked Josh Morrissey here if he did indeed get traded. To be completely honest with you, I didn't even pay attention off the opening puck drop to see who was on the ice for us when we started the game. Whatever the changes are, it seems to have worked. I mean, we're first place in the NHL. That's a save. That could have easily gone in. Caulfield, be ready for a pass, because you know that they might be looking for a backdoor pass. Has our defense improved to the point that I can play confidently, knowing that the team will support me in our own end of the ice? Because that was a problem we were having before we got to the deadline. I say before the deadline, I mean before we simulated the rest of the season. So it looks like Montour and Matheson are a pairing. So I don't know if they're the first pairing. We're going to have to look in the main menu to see what the pairings and the lines are, because we are a completely different roster. Outlet pass finds Meyer. Domi to Larkin, save by Vanacek. And this is Svechnikov, but this is Andre's brother. I already forgot his name. That one missed on the near side. Romanov in front to Brown, a save. Svechnikov to Brown, and it's picked up by Dylan Larkin. That's great support in the D zone. Montour can keep it in. He does to Myers, saved by Vanacek. Connor Murphy and Asa Lindell. So that's a pairing. We know that now, with Natchez centering a line with Svechnikov and Druin, so that's unchanged. No need to dump that in for Gallagher. Get on our feet. Our movement's pretty good there. Will there be a shot coming? There it is. We're on top of that. That's really textbook goaltending. I dropped Butterfly earlier than I should have initially in that shift, and it could have cost me. I'm glad my goaltender had the ability to quickly get back to his feet. I can tell you, I really want this. I want this game, and I want this game to go well. I'm concerned about the result, but I'm more concerned about just my overall performance and how well I can please Coach LaBelle and just the overall team. Domi on the wing to Larkin, trying to push it backdoor. There is no substitute for a good goaltending performance to be able to boost that line score. If we can get a win, that also will help, I think. But more importantly, just my overall numbers and my performance. So I think we've got a good gameplay going now. It seems to be playing a little bit better in some senses. Yarn Crow, drop pass, and then a pass forward was intercepted. Gallagher is run into, glove save at the top of the goal crease. That was a mighty save. I got to give it to myself. That was a beautiful save. Yarn Crow is ragdolled, and he's slow to get up. Don't be injured. We passed the trade deadline. You can't get injured. We've gone past the trade deadline. Canadians are playing a very conservative forechecking style. They drop back immediately to a neutral zone trap. You can see it already. They're just sitting back waiting for us to come right at them. I mean, we still skated right through their trap anyway, so it's not like having the trap has made that much of a difference. The big difference right now for the Canadians is Vanacek. So it seems we've got rid of our top pair, perhaps at the deadline. We must have made just some big move at the deadline. This is the one deadline I haven't actually paid any attention to. That was not good that bounced off of me. But this is the one deadline we haven't paid attention to, and we must have just changed our entire top pairing. Hey, we got through a scoreless period. Everybody, we got through a scoreless period. I didn't expect that to happen. It would be nice if we could have gotten through 2 scoreless periods to this point and just have the one. But hey, you know, we've played a pretty decent game. I've only seen 13 shots to this point. The key for me now is no matter what I face here, this has got to be a great period of hockey for me. I have just got to be solid for one period of play. I mean, it would be nice if the team could score a goal for me as well. That would help. I mean, I know I can score goals. I've proven that this season, and I've got one. But I don't think you want to rely on your goaltender to score goals for you. That's probably not a good strategy. Ooh, cover that. Okay, hit off the inboards and then off me. At least it didn't go in the net. A lot worse things can certainly happen off that kick off the inboards. Centering to Lindell at the point, blasted away. Caulfield's going to pick that up. And will he have enough speed? He stops up. Pass got to Forsberg. We made the save. I didn't even really know how to anticipate that play. Caulfield is on side. And then he is wrecked. Romanov has it. It's going to go the other side. This is picking up. This game is really picking up. And break it in or not, you're going to get run over like a steam train when you skate right into this defensive pair. My heart is racing a little bit with some of these Canadians' possessions. The gameplay speed is obviously quicker. It's very evident that the game is playing faster. The AI is skating faster. They're making decisions quicker. I got to be on my toes. I got to be sharp, but maybe it's working out for me. Maybe I've got something. Have I unlocked an unopened door with this slider set? Maybe, perhaps. You got it. Come get it. I just shielded the puck for you. So both teams kind of trapping. We're in a 1-4 trap. I think the Canadians have a similar 1-4 trap. Oh my God. That would happen. A D-zone draw that I would have preferred not to take. Not to have a D-zone face-off here. Mysak up against all these Hurricanes defenders. Just skates around him like an obstacle course. It just poked out right to tip it. I was alone on that play. That's just an unfortunate play. That's one of those plays where I probably could have flying poke checked or something and it would have worked out. But what are you going to do? You're trying to anticipate what's going to happen on that. I just got unlucky. And that's a second goal. It's not the end of the world here. But it kind of is, though, when your offense isn't scoring any goals. And we could use some of that goal support. Now, I've got to be good to the end of the game. I've played a much better game. Easily my best game since the early part of the season of Season 5 here. So clearly something's clicking. I like the way I've played. It would just be nice if we could find a solution to Vanacek's great goaltending. See, the problem is we haven't adapted to Montreal's neutral zone trap style of play. We can't get through that trap. They're really tight on the blue line. We finally have an entry. We just can't get one to whiz past Vanacek into the net. Well, I hope this is not my last game in a Hurricanes jersey. I really hope this is not it, because it would be a sad ending if this game is the end of the line. Hopefully we have at least one more game, and ideally we hopefully have more in the playoffs awaiting us. I want plenty of playoff starts as well. The storybook ending is that we had a comeback season, start games in the playoffs, win the Stanley Cup with the team before we leave here. That's a beautiful save on Suzuki. We're just running out of game here. Running out of game to break through the Vanacek wall. Domi. One-timer's not going in. Is that Vanacek or Jack Campbell in the net? I just want to know. Just want to make sure. You got about less than 2 minutes left. Do I need to come out and try and draw Vanacek into a fight and score a goal just to give you guys a chance? If they score, they've scored. You know what? If the Canadians dump it in, I swear to you, I'm going for that goalie goal. I want to tie this thing. I really want to tie this thing. That's a big goal for Natchez. Only 35 on the season after his hot start to the year. I swear to you, Habs dump it in, I'm playing the puck. Sorry, but I'm cheesing this game. I don't care. This is my game mode. I'm going to do what I need to do. Is my team going to... Nope. Running out of game here. That's a bad turnover. Really bad turnover. Oh, Natchez. Why would you pass that? You went offside. You had to force your teammates to tag up. That's a huge save with the glove. Natchez digs it out. He's the guy that's going right now. Back to the point. 26 seconds. Montour walk it in. Scores! Well, forget about me needing to frickin' come out and score. What bad defending by the Canadians. I can't believe they just let him waltz right in. Well, we made this one really exciting. We couldn't have waited any later to push this thing to potentially overtime. And Vanacek picked a great moment to break down in this game. Let's see if he gives up a third straight goal here. Matheson can't get a release. We're going to see a shot from Forsberg. We certainly... Oh, it's right there. And that's it. Overtime. This game is going to overtime. Of course it is. And another look at Montour's game-tying goal that's forced overtime. I'm standing at a big spot here because I'm at 19 shots faced, 2 goals against. Clearly, this is a huge overtime for me personally, statistically. This is a big overtime. I'd be fine with you guys coming out and storming right away to a goal. I would be fine. I'm fine with that. I have no problems with that. 3 straight goals against the Canadians to take a win on home ice in a game that we've absolutely stolen from the Montreal Canadiens. Am I the goaltender for the playoffs? Please tell me I get a positive line score out of this. That's the only thing I care about. Svech's snipe again, assisted from guess who? Brandon Montour. He was very chill about that assist. And we're storm surging. Oh, it feels good to continue storm surging in front of the home fans. I have a feeling this is not our last game as a Hurricane in PNC Arena. Man, that was so much more like it. But you know what sucks? Is despite the Bs across the board, the near 900 save percentage, and giving up 2 goals, the first goal a weak 5-hole goal, but the second one just an awkward one where it popped out in front to Owen Tippett, and I get a minus 22 out of that? I don't know how that makes any sense. 2 goals on 19 isn't terrible. That's not really... I've played worse games this season than that. So to come away with a minus 22 is ball breaking. Wait, we've clinched the conference? How have we Oh, I guess the best the New Jersey Devils could do is tie us. So that means we... Oh my God. We're President's Trophy winners. We're going to win the President's Trophy. Holy crap. We're going to win the President's Trophy. Now, yeah, I simmed it. It's a little bit cheesed. But no team can catch us no matter what they do. No one can catch us. The best New Jersey could do is hope to tie us on points. All we got to do is get 1 point. But we've won the President's Trophy. So what has changed here officially? What do we know that's changed? The first line's the same. Meyer here with Larkin, Domi, that's fine. That's the same. Yarncrow, KK, Jarvis. Nieto is a change. So former San Jose Shark joined up with his former San Jose Shark teammate Timo Meyer. And then Kari Granlund on the 4th line. All that's the same. So the only change up here I'm seeing is Matt Nieto. The big changes happened on D, unless there's injuries that we don't know about. So Asa Lindell with Connor Murphy, Montour, Matheson, all of this seems like quite a downgrade. I mean, it's great depth from top pair to bottom pair, but I mean, there is nothing outstanding aside from maybe Asa Lindell, but still 85 overall, that's the best we've got. And yet, we played probably the best defensive game we've played in front of me since the early part of Season 5, so maybe we know what we're doing. Oh, so there are no trades, there are injuries. That's the brutal part. These guys are out with injuries. We're missing 3 defensemen on the back end with Graves, Morrissey, and D'Angelo. That's a brutal hit. Malkin has been scratched as a healthy scratch. Not a surprise. He probably hasn't done much of anything this season. 23 goals in 69 games. Nice. Yeah, and Travis Dermott's even banged up. He's coming back from an injury. We've been banged up. And we've got how many more defensemen added to the team? Yoki Haru is playing here along with Matheson, but Vakainen was scratched in the last game. But we've even got Urho Vakanainen, however you say the last name. The Oilers were President's Trophy winners, so that might be, let's see, who's won the Stanley Cup? So the President's Trophy winners were the Blue Jackets, and the Stanley Cup winner was the New York Rangers. Rangers won the President's Trophy, but the Lightning won it the same year as the Rangers. The Jets, and then the Rangers won the Stanley Cup there. The Panthers, and then the Avalanche winning the Cup, of course. So the Oilers won the President's Trophy last year, and then they won the Stanley Cup against us. So that might be a decent omen for us to actually win the President's Trophy. This is our season on the line. This is it. We have 2 games left. We have this one against the Rangers, and then a couple nights in the game world, of course. After this one, we play the Islanders for the season finale. These could be our last games in a Hurricanes uniform. Let's try to soak it all in case we don't get the start for the playoffs. The line score, because we simmed, and I kind of cheesed it. It's kind of cheap, but because we simmed, we recovered save percentage and line score, and Nedeljkovic isn't performing really even any better than I am. So I think the starter's position for the postseason is up for grabs. This could be it. This could be our final start. There we are in the goal crease. I forgot to change the pads again. Dang it. Oh well, we're just wearing the stock pads that we've been wearing all season. Weirdest intro ever. We just got a glimpse of us doing our pregame stretch routine, but this could be it. Last game as a Hurricanes player in PNC Arena, maybe? Just take it all in. I hope I get the start against the Islanders just in case we don't get playoff games. I'm sure we're going to find that out soon. I haven't been told yet, but I don't think we'll find that information out properly anyway until we officially finish the season. Now, we did play well against Montreal. We've got these sliders playing pretty good. In fact, didn't we come back to pull off a comeback against Montreal? And the game has been playing a lot better with these new sliders. I've got some sense of optimism, a small bit of it. I don't want to get too carried away. But again, this is big. We're playing for our season right here. Our postseason opportunities could be down to how we do in this one singular game. As far as we're concerned, this game basically is my postseason. This is my postseason audition, I guess. Either way, I'm going to treat this as if it is a postseason audition, because if I do well enough, who knows? You never know. The line score is just barely up there. And I think we lose quite a decent bit of line score in the last game. So we do need a good game. We really desperately need a good game. Oh my God, a weird float. That's the weirdest goal ever. This has just been this season in a nutshell. Weird floater. I'm not totally square, but hey, we make a save, blocker save, rebound, put it right there. Murphy can't give me any help. Go figure on that one. And then Zibanejad just finds a way to fine twine. That has got to be the limit right there. We cannot get scored on again. I mean, a minimum of 2 goals, I'd say. But to be scored on that quickly into the game, less than ideal. Not going to set us up for a very good game, is it? Connor Murphy, you better have clean handles. I just got to tap into my old self, my old ways of goaltending. We know what's in there. Lehner in New York, that's a weird one. I mean, I don't even know what the goalie carousel in this career mode universe thing looks like. I have no idea where Shesterkin is. I'm pretty sure... Is Shesterkin, am I getting it wrong, or is he in Colorado? I'm pretty sure he's left the Rangers organization. I mean, obviously, having Lehner here. I mean, I guess he could back up. He could always back up Robin Lehner. This is so bad. Or back up Shesterkin. I don't know what I'm saying. Might just have my hands full trying to achieve a decent save percentage out of this game and try to impress Coach LaBelle one last time, perhaps. Look at it this way. This is it. This is the end of the line for me and Coach. This could be the end of the line for me and Coach LaBelle. I mean, it may not be the end of the line with me and Coach LaBelle. You never know. He may follow me wherever my destination takes me after this season, because we're not coming back. We're not coming back here. We need to just go somewhere else anyway. That's a goal. I tried to play that as best as I could. I dropped really early, but I didn't think This game is just so bad. It just sucks. It sucks trying to play this game. I'll be glad when we're no longer playing here because we've had so many D breakdowns. We need to go to a competitive team after this. We need to really pay attention to what the standings are. After this game, we need to take a look at what teams are good. I know that that's not a guarantee that those teams will be good next year. But let's take a look at what teams are good and evaluate our options in the offseason. And hey, look at that. A save. It's about freaking time. I mean, if the AI would just shoot it off the rush the majority of the times, I could actually get quite a few good saves. But both goals against have been tough ones, both scored in tight, basically inside the blue paint. I don't know how as a defender you're going to allow someone to get inside the blue paint the way that the Rangers have in the first 2 goals in this game. It gets even worse because look at that. Nathan McKinnon is after it on the ice. But we do have a Svechnikov. I'm pretty sure I looked at the stats and Svechnikov is not putting up nearly the same numbers that he did last year. No one's had over a 40-goal season, I think, this year. And yet somehow we have brought our season back from the dead through the sim engine. The grateful sim engine has saved our season, partially. I don't know that we can claim that it's entirely saved our season. If we don't get named starter for the playoffs, then it hasn't entirely saved our season. That's kind of up to me to have a good couple of games here. Try as we might, we got to come out of this game with a positive. We have to come out of this game with, even if it's a little bit, it just has to be a positive line score coming out of this game. The other part of it is I need one last showing before the season ends. I need that game against the Islanders, especially if this game goes sour, which it kind of already has in the first period. I mean, if we come out of this with well, that's a nice goal right off the face-off. That was Calle Yarncrow. But if we come out of this with a massively negative line score, we have to be given that start against the Islanders. It's the only shot at recovering the season. It's our last shot. I mean, I don't know that one game is going to necessarily make that much of a difference, but you never know. This game is so... That went in, but it's not going to count because it went out of play. But, I don't want to see the puck go in the back of my net, even if it doesn't count. You have to have that competitive mindset. I act like I've had such a competitive mindset in the games that I've actually jumped into in this and played this season, but I'm competitive now, and I want to be. And down to the last seconds, the Rangers, one last shot from Hedl. No, they never got it over the blue line because the AI won't shoot it from center ice. Well, that was a pretty rough first 20 minutes because we've already basically hit the minimum. We're not recovering a save percentage above 900 or better or something like that. By giving up 3 goals in this game, we're just not seeing 30 shots in this game. I don't think the AI opponent team is going to hit 30 shots in this game. I mean, you never know. They may just have a complete barrage at some point, but I'm not expecting that. I mean, the goal has got to be to come away from this with a 900 save percentage minimum. I think that's going to help me because the game does look at that stat, and I feel like the closer you are to a 900 save percentage, the better. We're going to get a power play. I mean, the bottom line is pretty simple. The more shots that you see and the more shots that you save, the more positive the line score is going to be coming out of a game. This is pretty basic stuff, but there's a lot of things that the game, I think, should take into account in terms of where goals are scored on the ice. I don't think that's too hard for the game to take into account. And even how goals are scored. If they're scored on the power play, then we gave up a goal shorthanded, then that's not so much the goaltender's fault as much as the team's fault for taking a stupid penalty and then costing the goaltender on a penalty kill. I've had moments in this game where I felt completely left out because we took a dumb penalty. And hopefully we can stay out of the box. We've done a decent job to this point in the game so far, and we're, of course, on the power play, but we haven't done much with it so far. That will be cleared. And again, we can play it. We have no problem coming out to play the puck tonight, so that's not an issue. I almost created a breakaway. I almost created a goal for Druin. That chance doesn't happen if I don't flip the puck up the ice that quickly. Well, the fans were oohing and eyeing at that power play opportunity, but it didn't come through so far. May not come through. The Rangers will clear this. Not all the way down the ice. Have to feel this is the last gasp for this power play effort, which has been really solid in the back half of the power play. And still nothing is going past Lehner. Fox will clear over the head. I got this. Stay in the neutral zone. And that went right over the head of everyone. So, have I mentioned it? I've only seen 5 shots total in the game coming through the first period of play. To this point in the second period, I haven't seen a shot on goal. I kid you not. 2 goals on 5 shots is not very pretty. All right, Rangers, anytime, any day now. It seems like my team has finally figured out how to play defense. They picked up their game, and what an ill-timed moment for us to pick up our game defensively. Just a shot off the rush would be great. Just an easy save off the rush. Yeah, we're not coming close to seeing 20 shots, are we, tonight? Not even close. I could have played that. I'm like a child in a candy store when the puck comes anywhere near my zone or anywhere where I can play it. I just can't help myself. I just stare at it and want to go chase it down. Halfway through the game, Rangers have only registered 5 shots. That'll be a shot, but I think it was blocked, so I still didn't see a shot on net. Oh, that was bad. I got away with playing that puck. Probably should have taken the whistle. Maybe the Rangers win it, take an easy shot on net. Maybe we can tie the game. No? Oh my God, Kreider, what kind of effort was that? Hey, Kreider, you need shots on goal, not shots well wide of the goal. Nathan McKinnon. Oh my God, I have the puck. I didn't even expect to come away with the puck on that. That was a phenomenal set of saves. Oh, look at this. Matheson is a key part of this play defensively. It's about time I got some defensive help. Maybe we knew what we were doing acquiring Matheson, and then it comes right back to Kako. Now, this is where I'm way out of position, but it's still... Oh, he shoots it into me. That's why I make a save. That's a big break for me. John Crow has the retrieval on the dump-in, but not for long. But penalty taken by the Rangers, and a holding call against Mika Zibanejad. He has one of the Rangers' goals in this one. This is not going to help me in terms of needing to face shots, because we're right back on the power play unless we take a penalty while we have a man advantage. Even then, it will go to 4-on-4. And the Rangers haven't really been all that impressive at even strength. They do have 2 goals to show for it, though. But, well, I guess I am on the first-place team in the National Hockey League. So, I guess this is sensible. The Rangers are the 25th place team in the league. So maybe this domination is sensible. And yet we're trailing on the scoreboard. So, is it truly domination? You know, maybe it is a good thing I didn't request a trade. You know what's really going to tick me off? Is if I'm not the playoff starter and this team, let's be real, this team behind Alex or in front of Alex Nedeljkovic is not winning the Stanley Cup. But if this team wins the Stanley Cup without me starting games, that's really going to tick me off. I just have this gut feeling this is what's going to happen. We're not going to be the starter for the playoffs. And then this team is going to go on some fairy tale run. Not that it's a fairy tale run. We are the best team. We're the President's Trophy winners this year. I don't know if I brought that up, but we are President's Trophy winners for the first time in the career mode. We've won the President's Trophy, and so we might just end up going on some kind of a crazy run in the playoffs. The other thing is Edmonton was the Stanley Cup winners last year, and they won the President's Trophy as well. So we went up against the President's Trophy winning team in the Cup final. Could be a good omen for our team. May not be a good omen for our team. I don't know. I'm hoping to be the guy in the net when playoff games are being played. I'm not doing a lot to help that case tonight, am I? Oh my God. It took all kinds of bounces. And there's that third goal that I told you we couldn't give up. It bounced right back to McKinnon. This is just ridiculous. I can't make this game play well at all. And we had a decent game against Montreal, I thought, and ended up with a negative line score that I could not afford. This is the kind of game this is. It'll be kind of hilarious because we'll probably end up not losing as much line score in this game as we did in the Montreal game, and I'm playing worse. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily playing terrible. You know what? Screw the game. Screw the game. Screw you, game. I have one shot to do this. Oh, I hit the outside of the post. Now I'm going to throw with Lehner. I almost scored a goal in front of the home fans. I told you I got a chance to score a goal in front of the home fans. Will this help my line score if I beat Lehner's face in? Will this help my line score if I win this fight? I'm winning it. I'm winning this tussle with Lehner. And I have won the tussle with Robin Lehner. One last showing for the fans in PNC Arena should we not get that next start against the Islanders. If this is truly it, I've at least given the fans something to get their hands clapping for. I mean, we still got, a minute and a half and a whole third period of play ahead of us, but this could be an end of an era in Raleighwood. It could be. It's the fact that the future is uncertain. I mean, I'm going to try one more time in the third period, especially if it's close. I'm going to try one more time in the third period because I may not get another shot to score a goalie goal in PNC Arena as a Hurricane. I can't believe I kicked that right back out. I couldn't get the saves I needed to get earlier in the game, but I got that one. And that is a well-missed shot. Back to the point. No shot coming from the Rangers because they just don't like to shoot it from the point. I mean, the opposing AI team, they know they can shoot the puck, right, at any point off the rush. I kind of need some shots on net. This is the frustrating thing. There's no slider in this game unless I don't know about it. There is no certain slider in this game that actually adjusts the frequency with which the AI shoots. I don't know. I just feel like that could be a pretty good slider in the future to put in the future games for this particular game mode. Or I don't know. There needs to be some sort of slider set or some sort of alteration that needs to be made for the Goalie Be a Pro series, because it's a game mode that just does not favor the human player. For whatever reason, I got it right for Season 4. Who's to say you can repeat that success? Clearly something has changed between the end of Season 4 and the start of Season 5. Something is obviously different. Something is obviously up. That's a great save. I kid you not, I don't think I touched a single slider setting during the entirety of Season 4. I had it playing about darn near perfect. I was seeing a good volume of shots. I was seeing a good variety of shots. And the games were competitive. They were fun, they were competitive, they were good. And the way I've got this slider set that I'm using at this exact moment isn't playing terrible, but I'm just not seeing enough volume from the AI teams. I mean, I don't even think we saw 20 shots at the end of the Habs game, did we? We didn't see 20 shots at the end of that game. I don't think I'm going to see 20 shots at the end of this game. That'll be a miracle if we do see 20 shots. 20 shots won't even get me back to 900 at this point. We've given up 3 goals already to this point in the game, so Season 5 was doomed to fail at the very outset of the season. You could just tell this was going to be a season that was doomed to fail, at least for me personally. For the team, obviously, this has been a great season. President's Trophy winners. I'll cover this. Cover it. Trying to just take it in that this could be it. This could be the last start in this building as a Hurricane. Hurricanes are going to need to find some magic, get this game tied. Of course, I have to do a big part on my end to not get scored on one more time. Zibanejad loses it behind the net. Oh, that's a bad spot. Holy crap. That's a break. That is a huge break. I had enough time to get back at the net. I really thought I could beat Zibanejad out for that puck and try and get it out of the zone. That is a very obviously high-risk play. But, I mean, hey, if I get to it first, it looks great, doesn't it? Taking it hard to the net. Nice save. Now we're starting to get some action from the Rangers. They decided to turn it up. Oh, that's a... Oh, low to high feed. It's behind the net. There you go, Lindell. This game has really gotten spicy all of a sudden. Getting under 9 to play now. That'll be a feed across. You just... No, it will be. That was blocked. I don't know if I would have made a save on that without the block. I'm not entirely sure how that would have played out. I'm so focused. Oh, my God. That's a weird dump in. I'm so focused on the broken stick on the ice. Oh, my God. Don't hit the broken stick on the breakout play. That broken stick is going to cost us on a breakout play. We can't even get out. We keep going backwards and backwards and backwards. So we're trailing pretty late now. We're getting pretty late into what could be my last game in PNC Arena as a Hurricane. And I want to try and force OT in this thing. So if we can't get it done and I get the puck on my stick blade, I'm just warning everyone, I'm going to go for that empty net. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for that goal. As cheap as it may sound, it's my last chance to do it. That's if I get to handle the puck and we can keep it to a 1-goal game, of course. Natchez to the outside, center feed, and Lehner's on top of that. I mean, if I score a goalie goal, does my line score need a goal? Does my line score go up if I can tie the game? I'll do anything to bump the line score up. I'll score a cheap goal on Robin Lehner if I have to. Oh, that's a huge save. Massive save on Kreider. The puck comes back this way. Matheson banks it around. That's not going to a teammate. Not a good play to bank that around. That's a good clear. Now they do. This is it. It's go time. This is my go time. This is my go time. This is my go time. Screen that guy. Screen him. Don't screen me. Kako. Oh my God. Matheson. That was dangerous, obviously. We're under 60 seconds to go. There's no guarantee the Rangers dump it in again. I kind of flubbed that play. I couldn't get to the blue line to draw Laner out. Delayed penalty on us? No, of course we would take a stupid delayed penalty late in this game. Well, the Rangers, they're probably not dumping the puck in now. Where did this Jumbotron go in PNC Arena? Have we removed the Jumbotron for a different fan experience? Why are we clearing the puck down the ice on a penalty kill? Or on, I mean, late in the game, trailing, I mean? Heedle's not dumping it in. Oh, that's me. You got to let me have that, Matheson. You've got to let me have that. There is no desperation from this team. Trailing late in the game, even though we're on a penalty kill. I don't care. You got to have a little desperate, please. For 13 seconds, I'm not scoring a goal here. And this is it. This is the game. What an unfortunate way. If that's it, if that is it, what an unfortunate way for it all to end in PNC Arena. If this is indeed the last game as a Hurricane in this building. And the line score, of course, dips. Not really a surprise. But is there still enough? Do you think there's still enough to be the starter for the playoffs? We may be sitting in our stall for a long time thinking about what may have gotten away from us at the last couple of games this season. Oh, it's going to be your boy, so it's going to be, we're going to get one more game